Top 10 places to visit for your New Mexico road trip. If you love our videos, subscribe to Travel Wish Feed, give us a like and share. Tourism in New Mexico is such a lively scene, and it's no wonder why. The state offers many different tourist destinations and attractions, from breathtaking national parks to New Mexico's fine art scene. This travel guide will take you to the best places for your road trip. Be sure to catch some travel tips and tricks along the way. Let us know which of these places you've been to in the comments section. Let's get started. Santa Fe, New Mexico. Santa Fe is the center of New Mexico's tourism and a testament to the arts and culture of the state. You'll find the city charming and full of personality, where the establishments stay true to the strong influences of Hispanic and Native American culture. This capital city settles between the southwestern slopes of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains and the tributary of the Rio Grande. Each horizon is decorated with stunning nature, making it a perfect background for the city's picturesque streets and Spanish colonial architecture. In Santa Fe, we highly recommend exploring Canyon Road. It used to be a trade route back in the day, and now it's a hot spot for more than 100 galleries, studios, and arts and crafts workshops. Don't forget to stop by the most famous stores in this area: Gerard Peters, Blue Rain Gallery, and the Medicine Man Gallery. The Bandelier National Monument is one of the unique national parks in New Mexico. It features over 33,000 acres of preserved volcanic landscapes and ruins. This place was occupied by the ancestral Pueblo people from AD 1150 to 1600. Their life is documented through the petroglyphs carved into the rocks and the remnants of their old structure. The national park contains different hiking trails, campsites, and an educational museum. There are an estimated 70-plus miles of usable trails in the Bandelier National Monument. Some trails are simple, short walks, while others traverse many miles with steep and rocky switchbacks. We recommend visiting the Tourism Center of Bandelier National Monument before picking a trail if you're unsure about the directions and the difficulty of the hike. Before moving on, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. Remember to turn on the notification bell for a dose of weekly travel inspiration, specially curated for you. Be sure to stick to the end of the video for the best destinations. Now, getting back to our list. Cumbres Toltec Scenic Railway. Exploring a national park can get exhausting. If you want to spend a relaxing day seeing different places and sceneries without partaking in physical activity, taking the Cumbres Toltec Scenic Railway is highly recommended. The Cumbres Toltec Scenic Railway runs between Chama, New Mexico, to Antonito, Colorado. It's a narrow-gauge heritage railroad constructed back in 1880 and the highest steam-powered railroad in the U.S. The whole ride will take you along the 10,015-foot Cumbres Pass between the Toltec Gorge. It's a thrilling experience when the train crosses the Cascade Creek trestle dangling 137 feet in the air. The rails will also scale a face of a cliff and have several tight turns that'll make the journey more exciting. Throughout the whole ride, you'll get to witness the beautiful transition of endless grassy hillside meadows to mountains that will eventually fill with soft steam coming from the train. It's an experience that is straight out of an enchanting movie. Taos Pueblo. Taos Pueblo is a 1,000-year-old historical town. It's the oldest continuously inhabited dwellings in the United States. And since its establishment, people are still living in the original homes built back then. Tourism is still very much alive in this historic site. There are weeks where the town is closed to the public for the residents to celebrate their traditional events. The Taos, you'll get to see hundreds of adobe structures that existed for at least 1,000 years. Houses are made with straw-reinforced mud bricks, and most of them look similar to each other with their clay-colored walls. Currently, about 150 residents are living in Taos Pueblo. Outside the old towns, there's a mix of traditional and modern homes, different shops, restaurants, and the likes. Carlsbad Caverns National Park. This national park is made with almost 120 known caves, as the Carlsbad Caverns National Park is located mainly underground. There are still many rooms for the professionals to explore and map. Carlsbad Caverns is one of the most famous destinations in New Mexico. This underground park was formed from sulfuric acid dissolved limestone deposits from an ancient sea which left the caverns as we see today. You can choose between ranger-led tours or self-guided audio tours. Just make sure to dress comfortably and appropriately. The park only allows closed-toe shoes with good traction inside the caverns. Ranger-guided tours require you to wear hiking gear, especially in more challenging trails. While the caverns are adequately lit, some visitors prefer to bring a flashlight or a headlamp when exploring due to the dim-lit environment. If you forgot one to bring, you can also get your guide to lend you one. We also encourage you to bring your water and light snacks. While there is a small shop at the visitor center, the options are limited, especially for those who have dietary preferences or restrictions. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque is one of the famous destinations in New Mexico. It's a great city to start if you're visiting the state because there's a little bit of everything in Albuquerque. New Mexico is full of national parks, and Albuquerque is home to one of them. The Petroglyph National Monument holds significance in the state's art and history. This national park is where one of the largest petroglyph sites in North America is located. If you want to stick to the city, Albuquerque offers a great set of different activities. You can visit one of the top roller coasters in the world at Cliffs Amusement Park. Go to the American International Rattlesnake Museum, where the most extensive collection of live rattlesnakes is housed, and attend different festivals year-round. White Sands National Park. The White Sands National Park is one of the most picturesque and beautiful landscapes of New Mexico. The national park is one of the world's largest gypsum dune fields. It spans 275 square miles, and the space for driving around, sledding, and exploring are endless. If you want to have an afternoon of a picnic by the beach, without the water of course, there are covered picnic tables with grills located throughout the national park. It's a first-come, first-served basis, so make sure you get there early. If you're up for it, you could also visit the White Sands Missile Range, an active Army installation in New Mexico and the largest military base in the USA. You can visit some parts of the Trinity site where the first atomic bomb was tested back in 1945. Official tours to Ground Zero are available on a limited season as the area is still an active military base. If you've been to White Sands National Park, tell us what you love about this place. Wheeler Peak Wilderness. The Wheeler Peak Wilderness is a fantastic place that you should definitely visit in New Mexico. Favorite place for outdoor lovers, Wheeler Peak is home to a wide variety of wildlife such as golden eagles, marmots, pikas, elk, and more. Hiking is the top choice of activity in this area. Different trails in this peak usually range from 4 to 8 mile long. At the summit of Wheeler Peak, you'll be standing at the highest point in New Mexico at 13,161 feet. It's up to you if you're going to explore the place in a group through a tour or do it yourself. There's tons of signages around the areas. You'll see a park ranger or two in well-known tourist spots. Just make sure to leave no trace and explore the wilderness responsibly. International UFO Museum and Research Center. If you're interested in extraterrestrial beings and space science, a short trip to the International UFO Museum and Research Center is a must. The museum is inspired by the 1947 Roswell incident, where an alleged flying saucer crashed in a ranch near Roswell. But the museum's goal is not to believe in tinfoil theories, but rather tells you all about the proven events back then. The International UFO Museum and Research Center shows documents and artifacts related to UFO research and first-hand eyewitness accounts. Chaco Culture National Historical Park. Considered one of the most important archaeological sites in North America, the Chaco Culture National Historical Park is made with 15 massive ruins and hundreds of different ancient constructions scattered across the area. This national park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, home to ancient Puebloan people from AD 800 to 1200. The ancient engineering and organizational abilities were unique to the place and were not observed anywhere else in America. Cultural events are sometimes scheduled in Chaco Culture National Park. In comparison, camping and backcountry hikes are open year-round. We highly recommend making the extra effort to reach the canyon where telescopes are lined up for you to use. Since Chaco Culture is an official international dark sky park, you'll definitely get to witness an exceptional astronomy experience. Did you enjoy our video? Which other places do you think we should include in this list, and why? Let us know down in the comments section below. Well, if you love our video, subscribe to Travel Wish Feed, give us a like and share. We'll see you in the next video.